A little penguin with a big worry. In a land far, far south, where snowflakes danced on the wind and icy hills stretched as far as the eye could see, lived a colony of penguins. They waddled in cheerful groups, dove into freezing waves, and slid down snowy slopes with glee. Among them was a tiny penguin named Penny. She was the smallest of them all. Her feathers were soft and fluffy like marshmallows, and her beak made the tiniest little squeak when she talked. Every morning, the older penguins would line up by the icy shore. With a chirp and a splash, they'd dive into the freezing waters to catch fish and play underwater tag. But not Penny. Penny stayed back right where the snow met the sea. She loved to watch the shimmering sea sparkle in the sunlight. But she was also afraid of it. Look so big, so cold, so wet. I'll swim tomorrow, Penny whispered every day, curling up into a tiny ball of fluff. But tomorrow always turned into another tomorrow. A new friend. One crisp morning, as the sea sang soft wave songs and the ice sparkled like diamonds, Penny saw something strange near the shore. A little white shell was bobbing up and down in the waves. It floated closer and closer, until it rolled gently onto the snow. Out popped a tiny creature with pointy ears, webbed feet, and a soft squeaky voice. Whoa! That was a wild ride. Penny blinked. What are you? The creature smiled. I'm Pippa, a puffin. I got carried away by the waves while collecting shiny shells. You're not from here, Penny said, still hiding behind a snow bump. Nope, chirped Pippa. I'm from the northern cliffs. But this place is amazing. Look at that glacier. And those jellyfish. Oh, and snowflakes. Penny giggled. Pippa looked around. Aren't you coming to swim too? Penny's giggle vanished. Oh no, I don't swim. Not yet. Pippa tilted her head. Why not? The water, it's too cold. Deep. And splashy. Pippa nodded, sat beside her and whispered. It's okay to be scared. I was scared of flying once. You fly. Penny gasped. Only a little, Pippa laughed. But I tried. And then I tried again. Wanna help me look for my shell while we wait for your brave day? Penny smiled shyly. Okay. So they waddled together. They didn't swim, but they laughed, explored the snow caves and counted sea stars. The ice slide challenge. One morning Penny awoke to shouting. Penny! Penny! Come see. Pippa was hopping in place. The penguins had built a giant ice slide, the biggest in the colony's history. It curved from the top of an icy hill and ended in a soft splash in the sea. The ice slide challenge, squawked one of the big penguins. First one to the top and down wins a shiny fish crown. Penguins lined up, cheering, clapping, waddling in excitement. Penny stared. Her tummy fluttered. I'll just watch, she whispered. But Pippa tugged her wing. You don't have to slide. Just come to the top with me. Please. Penny nodded slowly. They climbed step by snowy step. Penny's feet slipped once, twice, but Pippa steadied her. At the top, Penny peeked down. The sea shimmered below, wide and bright. Her heart thudded like a drum. You can hold my wing if you want, said Pippa softly. I just want to sit here for now. So they sat together, watching the others zoom down, squealing with joy. You'll know when you're ready, Pippa whispered. The storm. That night, the wind howled. Clouds covered the moon, and the waves grew wild. Penny shivered in her little snow nest. Thunder cracked in the sky like a giant's yawn. She peeped outside and gasped. The tide was rising and Pippa's shiny shell collection was floating away in the surf. Penny rushed to the shore. Pippa, she called. Your shells. Pippa appeared, eyes wide. No. I spent all week finding those. One shell, her favorite, a heart-shaped coral, was bobbing away faster and faster. I'll get it, said Penny, then froze. The sea roared. Her feet trembled. She looked back at Pippa's worried face. Penny closed her eyes. And she took a deep breath, waddled forward, and splashed into the sea. A big brave splash. The cold hit first, like a million tiny tickles. Then came the floating soft light like a dream. Penny paddled forward. Her wings wobbled. But the heart-shaped shell was so close. With one last stretch, she grabbed it. She turned, puffing, paddling, squeaking. And just like that she swam back. When she crawled onto the snow, Pippa wrapped her in a warm wing hug. "You did it," she chirped. "You swam." Penny blinked. "I did." Pippa nodded, her eyes sparkling. "I did." Penny cheered. "I swam. I splashed. I was brave." The other penguins waddled over, clapping and chirping. "That was amazing, Penny." Even the biggest penguin offered her a small, shiny fish crown. Penny blushed under her fluffy feathers. No more tomorrows. The next morning the sea sparkled extra bright. Penny stood at the edge, heart calm and happy. Pippa nudged her. "Going for a swim?" Penny smiled. "Yes, not tomorrow. Today." Together, the little penguin and the puffin dove into the sea. Penny splashed, twirled, and laughed bubbles into the water. She wasn't the smallest anymore. She was the bravest. And every time she swam after that, she remembered. Bravery isn't being unafraid. Bravery is swimming anyway.